17-year-old NASA intern discovers a new planet on his third day. 17-year-old. Every scientist at NASA. I don't get to name the planet. My brother had the idea of calling it Wolftopia, but I think TOI 1338b is sufficient. King, I think it is not fucking sufficient at all. Wolftopia or bust. Also, Wolftopia is gorgeous, by the way. Wolftopia is nearly the size of Saturn and orbits 2 stars that closely orbit each other. First of all, yeah, Wolftopia looks gorgeous. That looks like it was watercolored, you know? Actually gorgeous planet. Also, 2 stars orbiting each other with a planet orbiting them. And this was all discovered by a 17-year-old on his 3rd day interning at NASA. That's wild. I don't think anybody could ever come out of a job with a better story than that. Special thank you to my YouTube members and patrons for supporting the channel and supporting my content. How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to another subreddit video. Today we're going to take a look at r/Tumblr. I don't use Tumblr, so basically the entirety of my Tumblr consumption comes from things being posted on Reddit. And what better place to find that than r/Tumblr? Now, before we begin, I just quickly wanted to mention that I will be living Baldur's Gate in 2 hours as of this video coming out. I'll be streaming on Twitch, so if you want to see me have the absolute worst rolls, then go check out my stream. It's fun. It's a fun time. Let's get into the subreddit, shall we? Pirates of the Caribbean really introduced an eldritch octopus man who kills indiscriminately and torments the dead as their poster villain. And then you watch the movie and it's like, oh no, actually the worst villain in this series is a small white British man who functions as the herald of capitalism. And that was very brave of them. Here is a man so heartless, he has literally cut his own heart out of his chest. But he's still not as evil as the fucking East India Trading Company. And you know what? It's actually accurate. There are a few in history that have been as evil as the East India Trading Company. It's a pretty accurate representation right there. Anyone have that oil painting of the nun with the absolutely massive tits and it's painted in like a semi-classical style? Please help. I can't Google painting of nun with huge tits because it's going to show me a lot of pictures that are not the one I'm looking for. I swear it looks something like this. Nun, devil, huge tits. I found it. It's Delicate Scene by Paul Lorenzi. His drawing was surprisingly accurate though. Fat tits nun! However, he did miss the part of the, I'm guessing, German soldier, judging by the helmet, just full on having a whiff of some ass right there. This is a wild painting. I don't know what's going on. Worth noting, she's not a nun. I think this was like a traditional French clothing from, I can't remember what era, but from like a historical era in France. Not a nun. But I mean, the description was pretty accurate. I told my girlfriend that I was having an episode earlier, and she replied, "Is it the beach episode?" And it shocked me so much that it grounded me immediately. Got asked by a nurse at a psych ward, "Are you like legit sad?" as I was sobbing on a chair. Made me stop crying because I was so perplexed. I want you all to know that this is like a legit strategy that's taught to people, i.e. say something so fucking stupid and absurd that it distracts the person's brain so much that it drags them back and grounds them. Like, people are actually taught to do this. This sounds like a really interesting strategy, and if it works, and everybody gets a funny story out of it. I can't imagine being at hospital though, you're sobbing your eyes out and a nurse goes like, "But like, are you legit sad?" And you're just so stunned that you're just no longer sad. Skeleton of cave bear in Bear's Cave, Romania. Wonder why it's called that. This sent me down a massive historical rabbit hole, but long story short, it's called Romania because there were once Romans there. I should have known that that's where it was gonna go. God damn it. I didn't know that though. I didn't know it was called Romania because there were Romans there. So you learn something new every day. Stupid sci-fi movies that are like, what if you had to pay to be alive? That's just being disabled? Selling literal minutes of your life as currency? That's just living under capitalism, idiot. My love, my dear, my precious baby bird, I am kissing you so gently on the forehead. Please listen to my words. That is the point. For the love of God, everyone please learn the meaning of allegory. I'm dying here. Dystopia does not predict the future. it criticizes the present. Yeah, that's the point. Like, I don't know how people miss allegory and metaphor and all of these things so severely, but so many of these books are talking about present day. They're cautionary tales about the path we're going down now, not what could happen in the future. And so many people miss that point. So many people. There's one thing in Mulan that irks me. The jawline. Mulan's jawline is drawn differently when she's acting as Ping. No kidding. This is her regular Fa Mulan face. In this version, her jaw is even highlighted by the makeup. Look how round it is. And this is her Ping jaw. Square. Totally square. Why? Isn't consistency in the character base shapes like an important thing? Not to mention how she immediately regains her long lashes as soon as she's exposed, with her round jaw, obviously. That feeling when you're Asian and your father with a bad leg was about to be sent off to surely die in a war for your great empire, so you squared up, both metaphorically and physically. It's on the frickin' VHS cover. This has bothered me since 1999. Why do you have to come for Mulan like this? It's called contour, sweetie. If the men find out we can shapeshift, they're going to tell the emperor. But I do totally get why this is like annoying. Because like, I don't know, I guess it represents how Mulan has to act differently in her two roles, because shapes of characters is used so much in cartoons to represent their personality. So I guess it's the idea that she is shaping up and acting harder and firmer to be a man or whatever. But like, I totally get the point of like, it's meant to be that this is who she really is. So changing her physical appearance in ways that don't make sense kind of defeats the purpose. It's a weird one, and I've never noticed it before this point, and now I'm never going to be able to unsee it. Sometimes I think the reason they scrapped the original Hotel Transylvania Dracula design was because they knew that if we got that on the big screen, you guys wouldn't be able to handle yourselves. Oh, it can't be that bad. That's an interesting design though. I don't like it. I'm not a fan. Just imagining Adam Sandler's voice coming out of that guy. I can't imagine that. Thank God they changed it, because no, Adam Sandler's voice coming out of that guy would not be okay. A, I was a church organist. B, I made cereals with beer instead of milk. C, I can hold my breath for 40 seconds. Which one is a lie? First one to answer right gets a free drawing. The breath one is a lie. What do you want me to draw shittily? This is too much power, but I'll go with a Pikachu trying to murder Winnie the Pooh. And thank you. Fuck. I don't believe in God. Really, I don't believe in much anything at all. Moral is nothing but a sham packed in narcissistic sentimentality. But not me. I am a realist. I am void. I am trigger. I take nothing from this work. Not pleasure, not even pride. Justification is a luxury I do not partake in. Just another face, just another name, just another day. I don't believe in God, but I do pray with every trigger that I pull. Not because I sympathize. I rid of that illness long ago. I believe, however, in hell. That's the thing. So I pray. May you rest in peace, motherfucker. OP, you said shittily. Why was that so well drawn and written and like everything about that? What? I don't. OP was like, let me shittily draw something, and then draws a 4-page comic panel that's like well drawn about emo Pikachu assassinating Pooh Bear. Like, what? This is art. This should be in a museum. None of y'all know what propaganda actually is, do you? It's when a British person takes a good look at something, innit, bruv? This is legitimately the absolute funniest thing anyone has ever added to one of my posts. Thank you for your service. It's when you take a propaganda at something, innit? You take a propaganda at that painting, yeah? You take a propaganda the bus times, yeah? Innit, bruv? I hate life. I hate life. Weird how no one ever comments on the absence of smells unprompted. The nose just isn't a topic of conversation unless it's urgent, huh? It's dark in here. Normal, regular observation. Finally, some quiet. Relatable exclamation. Doesn't smell like anything in here. Absolutely deranged sentence. I I guess you also don't really like pick up on the fact that there's no smell. Like if it's dark, you're immediately aware of the fact that it's dark, you know, because it's the contrast of somewhere being light versus somewhere being dark. If somewhere is silent, you again have that contrast. But with smells, you kind of adjust to smells. So like you stop noticing smells when they're there. So then when smells disappear, you're not aware of the fact that they're gone because you've stopped noticing them anyway. So I guess that's the reason. But yeah, I see what they mean. Sir, Stitch, a small logic-defying blue alien from outer fucking space, needs a heterosexual romance. Okay, but we gotta know she's female, do you understand? She needs long antenna like long hair, mascara, smooth chest that sticks out a little bit, because we need to be reminded that she's still got titties, even though she's still a tiny fucking alien. Should we make her pink, sir? Ricky, you goddamn genius. Here are my keys, go to my house and fuck my wife. It is true though. This kind of happens with everything, you know? Lilo and Stitch, it happens with like, if there are cats in something and there's a female love cat romance, if there are like dogs in something, if there are any animals, any non-human entity, there's always like the boy non-human entity and the distinctly female non-human entity. Like, it always happens. Your bra strap is showing? I thought this was me at first, and I was really confused. OMG, hi, we're multiplying. Hey. I don't know, that last one, I see no difference. That's just another one of them, right? That I'm pretty sure those are just photos of all the same person, especially the last one. That's good. I like that's funny. Algorithms are causing human language to reroute around them in real time. I'm listening to this YouTuber say things like, the bad guy unalived his minions, because words like kill are associated with demonetization. Academics trying to reconstruct what went wrong in 1,000 years are gonna think demonetization is a variant of demonization, which is incorrect, but only technically. These words are invoked for ritual purposes. It is believed that certain words had the power to attract the wrath of a feared entity called the algorithm, whose assumed powers were as far-reaching as they were vague. Yeah, we do kind of live in that time though. God, I mean, I have to censor swearing every time I swear in these videos because I'm worried about YouTube kicking my ass. And YouTube's kicking my ass anyway, so like, I'm clearly not doing it right, but yeah. Wow, yeah, researchers in the future are going to have some real weird conversations about what our era was like. Tomfoolery. Tomfoolery is at an all-time high. Oh, we are so fucking back, baby. How do you measure tomfoolery? And how are they measuring tomfoolery in the 1800s? Yeah, okay. I need to know what website this is because I want to look some things up and see what stupid things there are that are being measured like this. God damn it. You know Gen Z love their tomfoolery. And the final post. I hope they find a stupid tiny fish or something on Mars and make mining illegal, just like the Devil's Hole in California. These endangered bastards and their bathtub-sized habitat, just the surface shelf of a giant cave structure, thanks, single-handedly pissed off so many businessmen. How dare you hide this in the tags? These fish are so rare, and multiple tries to move them so people can mine or develop here have occurred. The thing is, they don't work, they die. Attempts have been made to breed them with other pupfish to see if they can boost the population, but the wild thing is, they basically stop being Devil's Hole pupfish. All of their special traits are gone after 1 or 2 gens, and developers hate these fish so much there have been assassination attempts on them, which is why the hole is surrounded by fencing. There's a special breeding attempt in an indoor facility that is made to perfectly mimic the wild conditions they thrive under, and so far it's working, but the people working on the project are so worried about someone going after the project, the location is secret. There's a secret fish facility for the rarest fish ever. That's incredible, and while I hope they have some success in breeding and like increasing the population of these fish, I really hope for the sake of just humanity in general, they leave the fish where they are and the fish are remained undisturbed, because I don't fucking want massive corporations taking another excuse to dig and destroy natural landscapes and habitats of animals, because fuck big corporations and fuck the fact that they do that at every opportunity they can. The world is on fucking fire. Stop destroying it. Let these little fish live their fucking lives. And that's where I'm gonna end the video. God damn. If you would like to support me in making more content like this, then I have a Patreon in the description down below, or equally you can click on that join button on the channel to support me. It helps a lot more than you might realize, but by no means should you feel like you have to. I'm going to keep making content regardless. Let me know if you want more r/Tumblr videos down below. I enjoyed this, and if this video does well, then yeah, if you guys want more, I'll do more. Special thank you to all of the YouTube members and patrons that do support me. All of you are incredible, wonderful, amazing people, and it genuinely helps and means so much. So thank you so much. Other than that, thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope you have enjoyed, and as always, I will see you in the next video. Peace out.